here in Italy, we've been on lockdown since the 11th of March. Italy has been hit pretty hard so far. The death toll has reached almost 7,000 deaths, and the situation so far isn't looking really good. But from like next week, they are thinking that the curve will start to flatten. In my personal situation, in my case, I'm trying to stay positive and to try to find positivity in the whole situation by creating an environment where I can work and do creative stuff. Well, in my city, I think the situation is quite let's say good in from the aspect that there are I haven't seen many people around. I mean, I've seen people with dogs, with their dog, but that's kind of it really. I've seen patrols, police, going around with their cars, but I think that's normal at this point. The situation is a little bit different at the supermarkets, really, where you have to stay in line, and it's you're trying to avoid people, but of course there's like a meter and a half distance, between people, but the lines are very long at some point, especially if you go on weekends. It's really long. If you have to try to go during the week around lunchtime, so that other people are at home eating and you're going to buy groceries. But some other people think about that too, and you end up in the same situation all over again. Yeah. The government has managed the situation very well so far. At least I think so. Since the very beginning, implementing all the measures that needed, and the lockdown. I think it's a very, very well. It's been very well organized. Also, lately there have been other measures like fines for the people that do not respect that go from 300 to 3,000 euros. Because some people don't really listen to don't respect rules. I wake up around 6:30, something like that. Then I do my I try to do my exercise, like those 10 minutes, something like that. Have breakfast, then I read, and if I'm feeling like, I do some meditation, some 10 minutes again, and then I go into editing or shooting stuff. Lately, I've been trying to go to do something like this from 9 to 5, editing and shooting, and then to relax, because I've spent last week shooting from like 9 to 9 and doing all from 9 to 9, and I ended up like, okay, that's it. I can do this anymore. So I'm trying to stick with an office hours, something like this. Then have lunch around 1 o'clock, something like this. Then lately I've been into baking a lot. As you can see from my YouTube channel, I made pizza and bread and everything like that. And then as I said, at 5 I tend to stop. I don't manage always to stop at 5, but then I play some video games, watch some movie, and that's kind of it really. But I'm trying to stay busy. I decided to create a vlog to show how life under lockdown is for me personally, and maybe to inspire other people to start creating something, doing something. It doesn't have to be about photography or video making, as in my case. I don't always talk about that in my vlogs. I talk about general stuff like food, or I'm trying to show people how to cook, how to bake bread, or doing something relaxing, or something like this. So yeah, my vlog is trying to help people, really, to show them how I'm trying to manage the situation. So the situation has, I can see this from two perspectives. The economical one, which for freelancers and creatives is pretty harsh, because you get like all your gigs canceled for the whole I don't know, month or whatever, how long this will last. And from the other perspective is creativity itself. Like, some people find themselves like limited, but I mean, I don't see it that way. If you're stuck in your house, you can still create stuff. And I've showed that, like, shooting portraits inside. You can go to a window, take your flatmate, your mother or whatever, and start shooting, doing something. You have to try to find new ways of doing what you were doing, but inside. It's a challenge, really. So you have to stimulate your mind to be creative more. I mean, you have to find other ways to do it. Yeah, and the economical part of it's a little bit harsher, though, because you're not working, so therefore you're not being paid, but you still have to pay for rent, for groceries, for everything like that. So you find yourself and earning money right now is it's pretty difficult. I mean, you can go online and trying to get some editing gigs, like online or something like that, but it's difficult. So when I look out of the window, usually I see, on a normal day, I would see cars passing and people passing. Now you don't see. Sorry. Now you don't see almost anything on the streets. Sometimes, um, for example, on a Sunday, like in the morning, it's so silent. You cannot hear anything. No car, no people, no nothing. You can hear every now and again a train passing, because I'm close to the train station. But other than that, it's complete silence. It's like as if you were, I don't know, in the countryside, but there's like not, yeah, it's nothing really around, which makes you think a little bit. It's like you feel, I don't know, a little strange, because you're used to people around. And in my city, Forli, they usually say that there's not much life, there's not many people around, and there's whatever. But now, if you go on the streets, it's like ghost town. Yeah. I think the positive aspect of this whole situation is really that us as individuals can take a break. I think the world has taken a break right now. Not everybody, of course, because we're talking about normal people, normal jobs, everything like that can take actually a break and, I don't know, reflect on their lives, really, or can make a change in their daily routines, for example, like I do with trying to read or doing exercise or doing something like that. That's really interesting. And then something else, the positive another positive aspect is, when people don't go out, don't use cars, the environment is happier, let's say. um, Pollution has reduced, really. And for example, I don't know if you've heard about Venice, that the water in the canals is like, it's clear, it's crystal clear now, and there are swans, or they've seen dolphins coming by, which is really, really interesting. Because if you went to Venice, like, when on a normal day, the water is green, it's dark green, and now it's like crystal clear. So you can see how we impact on the environment. You can actually see the actual impact that we make, so you can see a difference in that also. Yeah, I think that's kind of it, really. I mean, from my point of view. My wishes for the future is for this thing to end as soon as possible, really, because I mean, it's not exactly a good thing for human beings to stay closed. And you know, I just, yeah, I can rephrase that. Sorry, it just went blah 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 blah. Okay. So yeah, what I wish for the future is for this whole situation to come to an end, because it's, I mean, you can be positive for, you know, a certain period of time. After that, I don't know, I think people will start to things are going to start to crumble if you're locked in your house forever, really. So I think I really want this to end, and I'm sure it will end. I mean, sooner or later it will happen. I'm certain of that.